Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's a very weird phase in our lives right now where the whole world has come to a standstill and we are finding every day a small thing, a fun thing to do that could give us joy and keep us sane. For me, however, that has been gardening, and I have been taking so much pleasure out of the garden by plucking produce, cooking with it, creating fairy gardens, floral arrangements, and I just wanted to share with you something I am putting together for Easter. And I am not a professional vlogger, I am not a professional florist, but however, putting together this simple video so that you can have an inspiration to do something with things around in your house, with plants around in your house, in your gardens, in your balcony. And it doesn't have to be much, it can be completely perfectly imperfect, exactly like what nature is, and I have learned from it. Let's just get straight into the video. This is an iceberg rose that we have had for a long time. At one point this had 37 flowers on it. You can see a picture on Instagram. I have looked through the plant, taken only as much as bloom as I want. This is another plant called the Loropetalum, and I am only cutting as much as I would want to use in the arrangement. It's no point in wasting. This has a beautiful burgundy color to it, and it actually colors up when it's in the bright sun. This plant has been in the shade of one of our palm trees. I just pulled it out and put it here a few days ago, and it has overgrown and become very scraggly and not in its best, but has amazing stems that I could use in the floral arrangement. Still looking at what I can take. Here this is an Asparagus densiflorus, which is an evergreen perennial plant. It is commonly also known as a foxtail fern or an asparagus fern. The character of this plant is so unique that it works beautifully as a filler in arrangements and looks really very beautiful. This is again another evergreen, which is a pine. You must have seen these as trees, but we have one which is a topiary form in the nursery, and simply amazing. By cutting these, I'm not going to harm the plant. This anyways needs a haircut, you can see, because it's way grown past its topiary form. And I'm looking for only those branches which I could cut and not make it look like it has been actually cut from. Here I take a big cut, a big sweep at the plant because it is getting a little bald from the base, but by cutting it, it will start pushing out more growth, so we could have a beautiful circle down below. It'll take a little while, but yes, it'll be done. Here I am again taking cuttings from the silver fern, which is a very beautiful plant. It is one plant and has got, as the leaf grows from the base, 3 different stages and shapes the leaf takes. It's a very beautiful plant with the green foliage and white linings through it, which looks like frill. It is a very beautiful plant. Here I'm reaching out for the Nephrolyssus exaltata, which is a beautiful curly fern, commonly also known as the curly locks. It works very beautifully as fillers in arrangements because of its straight standing structure. Any foliage that you're using as a filler, you do not need too many stalks, you just need 4 to 5. It also depends on the size of your vase. You should be mindful of not to waste, only take cuttings as much as required. You do not need much to make a single arrangement. I am using this vase. It is very dear to me. It was given to me by Ashish when Fairyland had completed its 1 year's milestone. I am using a floral foam in the vase, which is not a new floral foam, as we cannot go out and make any purchases. This was one lying at home from a very old arrangement. I have just reused it, soaked it really well in water. There is a bunch of grape that I am using in this arrangement. You could use anything at home, something like a grape, strawberries, any other fruit that you can think of. I love using such fruits in arrangements. It makes the arrangement versatile. You could keep it on the center of a dining table, you could pluck from it and eat once lunch is over, and it really looks beautiful and dramatic. I started off with the pine foliage as the evergreen and the structure of the arrangement. You can see I have on one side cascaded it downward and forming a structure that reaches out of the arrangement straight towards the sky. Then I'm placing the roses, which is the focal point of this arrangement, and I slowly start to fiddle around and put in all my other fillers and foliage. Nothing is perfect. This is a totally, completely, perfectly imperfect arrangement. As long as I find it perfect, I am going to keep arranging, rearranging, removing some things, putting it back. Yes, I am spraying the plants because they are cuttings from the garden, freshly taken, and it is dusty, and that's not what you want to see in your arrangement. I am making quite a few cuts here. Giving fresh cuts to cuttings also works, as you would want to give fresh cuts so they soak in the water really beautifully and hold up for a really long time. We had to change the direction of the arrangement as the sun was setting and was straight into the camera lens. Here the camera has not focused very well, so I did request Ashish to come and help me a little bit with a handheld camera. We both are not vloggers and we are trying our level best at this. The back of the arrangement is also very important to me, so I kind of try to make a setting even at the back, because at some point you could see the back depending on where you're going to place this whole arrangement. You want the back to have all the colors of the arrangement so it does look beautiful. I am bundling up these silver ferns and putting it together in small clusters of 3s, so it actually stands up in color and shows off. This silver fern is like a bridge between the green foliage and the white roses. It has a green border and beautiful white frilly variegation in between. I have been fiddling around with the arrangement. Even if you see, the rose was in the center initially and now it's to one side, because I didn't want the arrangement to look very symmetrical, and it has to be asymmetrical and look not like a perfect arrangement. I love the arrangements which are like more wild flowers and foliage that has been forged from places, and beautiful cuttings taken from trees, and I don't like formal arrangements at all. I continuously keep pushing in small bits and pieces of the things that I have already cut from the plant. I add one more bunch of grape to kind of balance out the arrangement. It felt a little empty on the left side, so I'm trying to adjust one in. Again, I am repositioning the floral focal point here. Keep doing it till you find it perfect and you feel, yeah, it's good enough. After looking at the arrangement, I felt something was missing. The chartreuse green of the grape was actually standing out, but there was nothing complementing it in the arrangement, and I realized the golden fern would actually look beautiful and just marry in all the colors in the arrangement, so I went and grabbed a few. The grape also has a maroonish burgundy tint to it. Probably I can take a close-up and show you. And that was Zizu making a guest appearance in the video. I did add the air plant to one side to create a little more drama. I do love different kind of textures. You can see right now, as close as I'm going to the arrangement, Each foliage looks different, each green is different from the other. All textures of the plants are different. The shapes, the leaves, the loropetalum with the burgundy leaves look so beautiful, and you can see the same tint on the grapes as right there right now. The blooms are not very fresh, they are 8 days old on the plant, but it works perfectly in this arrangement. To me it looks perfect. However, there is a picture we have put up on Instagram when these blooms were fresh, and the plant looked full. It had 35 blooms on it. We have taken a few pictures after placing the arrangement indoors in the room. It looked really very beautiful. However, the indoor lighting didn't do justice in the picture, but you can still see the foliage looking gorgeous. You can see the back of the arrangement where I'm filling the reservoir of the vase, and you can see different colors even at the back, and it looks beautiful. You do not need blooms only to make these arrangements. You could do it only with evergreens and still make a real beautiful looking bouquet. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as much as we did enjoy making it. Thank you so very much for watching it, and a very happy Easter to you guys.